Hey guys, how's it going? So a lot of people ask me what exactly are the requirements to submit for the CR1 US spousal visa, and it's really easy. Okay, don't stress out about it. The number one advice, the first thing I always tell people is create your online account. That's the biggest thing you could do there. Because once you create your online account and you select the I-130 form, you have immediate access to all the questions. And the cool thing is you can go through the entire form. Just keep clicking next. You can read all the questions. You don't have to answer anything. You can keep clicking next and read all the questions. Keep clicking next. You can see all the evidence they ask, and you can see every portion of the application up until the ending. I went through the entire application without answering a single question, so I can see what they asked for before. That way, I had an idea and I can start organizing. Now, by the time I was ready to upload, I did the entire application in 1 hour. 1 hour. If I can do it, you can do it. And it was really easy. The application tells you what to do, what to submit step by step. So, basic information is asked first, right? Petitioner's name, date of birth, address, stuff like that. Then it starts getting more detailed, like date of your marriage, and it'll ask to submit your marriage certificate. Now, if you were like me, I got married online through Utah, right? My wife is Filipino. She's in the Philippines. Okay, people for some reason are under the impression that you need the PSA marriage certificate to apply for your visa. You don't. You don't. We didn't have a PSA marriage certificate when we applied. I use our Utah marriage certificate, and then that's what I used to apply. Okay, so the application, once you submit everything, once you submit the application, this pertains to people whose partner is Filipino. Once you submit the application, it takes about 4, 5, 6 months for approval. Okay, that gives you enough time to process your report of marriage. You can see the video on my page about how to do that. And then renew your passport. Okay, because once you submit your application, it's a waiting period. You take that time to process all the important documents. Once again, I say, for those whose wife or husband is a Filipino citizen, you don't need the PSA marriage certificate to apply for the spousal visa, okay? You need that for the interview, which is like 10 months down the road. That's a lot of time to do everything. Update your passport, get your PSA marriage certificate. You need your PSA marriage certificate first before you can update your passport, but again, you have all that time. So back to the topic at hand. I uploaded our Utah marriage certificate, okay? And then it'll ask birth certificate because you got to prove you're U.S. citizen, or if you're a resident, you have to upload docile, right? Proof of residency that you legally live in the U.S., yada yada. It goes to the other questions, but now people ask me, and this is why you guys are watching the video, what evidence do you submit? I'll tell you what I submitted, and then you can make your decisions from there. I'm not telling you to copy me. Each case is different. I want you to understand that. Every person's case is different and unique. It's specifically catered to you and your situation. Me and my wife got married online. We submitted our Utah marriage certificate. If you get married online, you cannot apply for the U.S. spousal visa until you consummate your marriage. What does that mean? You cannot apply for the visa until you have a honeymoon. You have to be physically together after your wedding. If you don't have evidence of that, they will deny your application, because your marriage is not considered valid in the eyes of the U.S. immigration if you did not consummate your marriage. Okay. So back again, what exactly did I submit? Okay, me and my wife have been together we've been together over a year now. We've been married. We just had our 1-year anniversary back in August. Okay. I submitted photos, of course, photos. Like I said, photos together. So after we got married, we got married online before we ever met in person. Okay, our plan was to wait. During this time, pandemic, the Philippines was closed. Okay. Foreigners cannot enter the Philippines unless they're spouse or immediate family members, okay? So we were waiting for Philippines to open so I can fly there and meet her, and then we can apply for the K1 visa. There was no time frame when the Philippines would open, so we decided to go this route. We got married online. I applied for my 9A tourist visa, and I met my wife for the first time. We got married in August 2021. I met my wife in person for the first time in December 2021. That's when I visited her for the first time. Now, I just saw her again here in September 2022. We've only seen each other twice in person. But you can feel the love, right? That's important. Feel the love. You need to prove your relationship isn't fake. Okay, this is the U.S. immigration. You can't screw with them. You don't want to give into this. You don't want to not give into the stereotype, but fulfill that stereotype that Filipino women only marry foreign American men to get a green card. You have to prove that's not the case. You can be married all you want. Oh yeah, you got married. You're a spouse of a U.S. citizen. That doesn't mean your relationship is legit, bona fide. Getting off topic. I'm sorry. Okay, I cannot stress enough how important it is to submit strong evidence. Now, I submitted photo of us together, meeting for the first time. I visited her after our wedding, so that already fulfills the main requirement of consummating your marriage, because we met after our wedding. Okay. But you can send photos. Photos can be doctored and photoshopped, right? You can say, oh, we met after the wedding, yeah, but so many couples come to me saying, oh, is it okay? Do we have to meet in person? Yes, you do. You have to meet in person after your online wedding. You can't, just because you met before you got married, that does not count. Your marriage is not valid at that point. So how else do you prove that you met? Passport stamps. I photocopied the stamps I got my passport when I arrived in the Philippines, and I uploaded that on the website. There is a specific section on the application where you upload all your evidence. Okay. Plane tickets. I uploaded those. Hotel receipts, because in December you still had the quarantine. So I submitted my hotel receipts, and then we stayed in a few hotels. I submitted those, right? If you're in a relationship, especially long distance relationship, you're going to want to send gifts, right? You want to send money, you want to treat your loved one. So I would send my wife money, Western Union. That's how I paid for our wedding, because online wedding, she had a celebration over there. So if you're like me, if you have Western Union, Wise, Remitly, any app or computer website you use to send money to your significant other, you can go to your transaction history and print out the history. That's what I did. I just screenshot on my phone the year. Western Union, you can summarize all the money you sent in certain time periods, like the last 30 days, last 90 days. So I did the year of 2021. I printed that out, uploaded that. Of course, that's already proof there. You're sending money for over a year to this person. That's a relationship, right? More. I bought a lot of gifts for my wife. I had a pasalubong that I brought to the Philippines, so I took photos of those, and I made copies of the receipts of those gifts, uploaded those. Things like that. Now, I'll tell you what we did not submit, and it's not required. You do not need affidavit of support from witnesses. You do not need that. They don't care. People can lie. Right? I'm not telling you don't have to, or I'm not telling you have to, or don't do it. I'm just saying you don't need to. I didn't submit any affidavits of support. You don't need joint accounts either. And do not submit chat logs. You think they're going to read through all your emails and your conversations? No, they don't care. Because, words can be untruthful, right? You can say, oh, babe, I love you so much. Actions speak louder than words. That's why you upload evidence of gifts and time together and, stuff like that. I have a YouTube channel. As you can see, you're here. Hi, welcome. Please leave a like and subscribe. I made screenshots of several of the videos. If you have TikTok, mga Pinoy and Pinay dyan, Filipinas. Every Filipina has a TikTok. Well, majority, anyway. Of course, they're going to do, first time meeting. Lovely, music playing. Nakikilig-kilig na. Just screenshot that, upload that, there you go. You can do that, right? See, people make it so difficult. What do I upload? They start stressing. Prove your relationship is real. It's not hard, you can do it. Okay. I personally uploaded 70 pieces of evidence, but that's just me, right? Because I had the strong evidence. I wanted to make sure some people got approved with less evidence than me, but, if you got it, submit it. But I will warn you too, the more evidence you submit, the longer it'll take for the officer to review it, because everything you submit, the officer has to look at each single piece. Okay, so if you submit like 200 photos, grabe ka naman, what's wrong with you, 200 photos? The officer has to look at each 200 photo. Who wants to do that? Don't do that, come on. People come, oh, it's been months and months. How much evidence did you submit? That is your fault. Also, I have the added benefit of we applied January, our application, I applied January 10, 2022. We approved in February 19. A little over a month. Wow, bilis, diba? It's very fast. I also applied for K3, but it's a whole nother story. We also applied before the Philippines opened up. A lot of couples were separated because the Philippines was closed. They could not fulfill the requirements for applying for a visa. And this people who apply for K1 also affect the spousal visa process because it's a visa related, that's connected through marriage and you have relationship and stuff like that. You have to prove that. Yes, there are different sections, different departments, but of course, there's only so many immigration officers assigned to cases. And if they are overwhelmed and, there's a backlog of visa applications, of course, it's going to take a long time. And I'll tell you too, you cannot get an update on your visa application. You can call all you want. It's not like like a special order that you made or something. You can call to check the stat. No, this is a visa process. Officers assigned to review your application. You call to get a status update, they're not going to tell you anything. How can they physically give you an update? You're going to call Emma or whatever. They're going to call and they're going to track down the officer that's assigned to your case. And then they're going to put that officer on the phone and go, can you tell us at what stage of the review process are you? Oh yeah, I'm on page 6 of their application. They cannot do that. That's going to take forever. That's such detailed information that's impossible for them to find out for you. Just be patient. Okay, that's all I can say. Yeah, it sucks waiting. It's not a race. It's not a race. All right, everyone's going to be approved as long as your relationship and marriage is bona fide. Okay? And you have strong evidence. All right? Also, another thing, please don't do this. If you submit your application, you pay the fee and it's submitted already, do not add additional evidence. Okay? Because it'll let you. Oh man, maybe I should have added more photos. I should have uploaded this document. If you upload anything else after you've already submitted your application, it delays it even further. Why? Because they've already started the process of reviewing the evidence you submit, and you add more, puts you back on the bottom. It doesn't necessarily reset your timer, but it pushes it back because now it takes even longer. They have to review everything you submit. What if they were almost done reviewing your application and then you got excited or impatient and you uploaded more? They have to start the whole process again. Don't do that to yourself. Don't sabotage yourself. Just be patient. Use this time to prepare for your NVC stage. Okay? Submit your application. Just forget about it. Move on with your life. Work. Use this opportunity to develop your relationship long distance. Okay? Because it's not going to be a paradise when you come here. Right? People are under the impression that America is some paradise, dream. No, when you come here, you're going to start working. You're going to start paying government taxes that are going to take money from your paycheck. You get a full-time job. Your husband gets a full-time job. You're not going to see each other as often as you want. So use this time to develop that relationship. Because what if you come here and it's not like what you expected? Divorce. I can't tell you how many times couples they go through the entire visa process, K1 visa and spousal visa. The foreigner comes to the Philippines, foreigner comes to the U.S., and they hate it here. They're not happy. They want to go back. You cannot leave the U.S. without a green card. That takes time, right? Especially with the K1 visa. If you don't have the green card or the travel permit and you leave the country and you try to come back, they won't let you in because you have abandoned your case. Same thing with the spousal visa. The spousal visa, it's a visa that legally allows you to enter the U.S. A green card is included in that, but they don't grant it to you right away. You have to come to the U.S. and then they process it for you. They send you in the mail. But during that time, you cannot leave the country. You can travel domestic. Damn. Excuse me. But don't think, oh, I'm in the U.S. I can go back. Philippines. I can't tell you how many wives come to the U.S. It's not like they expected. They want to go back because they miss their family. They're sad. And then that's it. Done. You cannot come back. You have to start the whole process again. Don't do that. Don't do that. Make sure this is what you want. Mentally prepare yourself for what to expect. Okay? I'm not trying to scare you. I'm not trying to scare you. I'm just telling you the truth. Once the foreign spouse comes to the U.S., yeah, you're with your partner. You wake up to each other every day, go to sleep together. But if you're both working, it's not like, oh, I'm with my husband. Unless your American husband or wife is retired or works from home, things like that. That's a special case. Not everyone is fortunate to have that work schedule. So take this time to develop that relationship. Like in my case, I feel like I'm with my wife every day, even though we're separated by thousands of miles. Because we developed that relationship. And then when we're together, oh, it's fireworks. I want everyone to have that relationship too. Right? And it doesn't come easily to everyone. Okay, you have to work on it. Make sure this is what you want. Because once you hear, and then you decide this is not what you want, you just wasted all that time. Especially for the American who spent thousands of dollars. Right? The visa application fee is $535. That's just the application fee. And once your application is approved, it goes to the NVC stage. There's other fees there. You pay the $120, you pay the $325. Okay. Medical exam. In our case, Philippines, started October 1st, they increased the medical fee. It used to be 16,000 something pesos. Now it's over 18,000. That's just the medical exam. And then only the embassy in Manila processes visas. So if you live on another island, take a domestic flight, stay at a hotel. Don't do this also. Pertains to people in the Philippines. If you're in the Philippines and you're applying the application, it tells you which U.S. embassy will you attend. Do not put Cebu. Cebu doesn't do foreign visas. The U.S. embassy in Cebu caters to Americans. They don't do visas for Philippine citizens. No. I had a person who put Cebu there and her application was denied. She had to redo it again. Because you can't choose what's convenient for you. There's only one embassy that does visas, and that's in Manila. Same thing with the medical exam. St. Luke's Hospital, the accredited hospital for immigration. You cannot just go to any hospital in the Philippines and get your medical. No, you have to go to the one in Manila. Regardless of what you do, you're going to Manila, no matter what. So, plan accordingly, book your hotel, or schedule staying with family. All right, that's what my wife's going to do. We're fortunate. She has an aunt in Manila that she'll stay with for the 1 week. Oh, but personal. But yeah, sorry for rambling. I hope I answered some questions. And if I didn't and you're still confused, please feel free to comment and I will reply as soon as I can. You can do this. You got this. Everyone can do this. Work together, okay? Don't just... I'm just going to rant. I don't want to hear the excuse that the American husband is too busy with work. You telling me you're too busy for your wife? Oh, you work 2 jobs. That's your choice. Make time. This is important. This is your future. Many Filipino wives come to me because they're trying to do the application by themselves because their husband is busy. That's no excuse. It's no excuse. You're telling me your husband doesn't have a day off? Oh, he has a day off. He's resting. You telling me your wife's not worth your time? Oh my. So the wife's doing the application themselves and they fill it out wrong. Then the husband gets mad because they did it wrong. Oh, where was the husband to help? My God. Work as a team. Be patient. Okay? This is easy. This is your journey. You don't want to screw this up. This is your future. How many relationships were ruined because you guys weren't together? Right? In spirit, body, spirit, mind, whatever. This is a partnership, okay? And if your husband married you but tells you that when you come to the US that you cannot work, that's a bad sign right there. Unless they're rich and they don't work themselves, you're gonna be stuck at home. So that's a sad life. You're gonna miss your family, and then you're gonna want to leave, and then you leave, and then you don't have your green card, and you cannot come back. Oh, wala na. All right, sorry for wasting your time. You guys take care, and feel free to ask me any questions anytime. Peace. Hey everyone, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out the other content on this channel and show your support by leaving a like, comment, and subscribe. Maraming salamat!